Hi everyone, so today I'm going to try out Die Press's new set that everyone's been waiting for, the apron. This is the Christmas apron stamp and die kit. So they did bring these items to HSN for the July 12th craft day, and they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So depending on when you're watching this, just know that HSN is having the $5 craft cart, the shipping cart. That means $5 all day for whatever you buy that are craft related, that they consider craft related. So really great. And this is an auto ship. So I am recording this a little bit early, but early enough, not so early that I didn't see that HSN already has this on their site, so it is there. They have only the auto ship option right now, so I don't know if that's the only option you can choose, but I do want to talk about that for a moment, because sometimes it's just a single, just this item, and then you don't sign up for the auto ship, or you purchase it and it comes with the auto ship. So really easily, let's say you purchase it and you want to keep some of the auto ships, you can just leave it alone, and every, I think 3 months, 2 or 3 months, they send you the new one. Having seen them really quickly, they are like a hairdresser kind of apron or whatever. The things that come with it have to do with like makeup and cute things like that, I believe. There's like a there's one that has like tools and things like that, maybe gardening. It's just different types of aprons that are super cute with just different items that go in it. So this one start off with, it's like baking and Christmas time, really cute. So to work with auto ship, just real quickly, because I do get these questions often and it's easier for me to say it than type it out to each person that asks about it. After you've ordered the item, sometimes it's there available immediately for you to check out your auto ship manager. Sometimes it takes a few days, but after you've logged in and everything, you go to your account, my account, whatever it is that it says to go on there. And then on the left side of the screen, it just depends on what you're using, I suppose, but usually on the left side of the screen it says auto ship manager, and just click on that and it'll take you to your auto ships, and they'll all just be listed there. They don't really have like pictures of what's coming up. It'll just have like a description, like, okay, the next thing coming up is in whatever, September or something. And it might say like whatever the type of apron might be, but like this one, Christmas or whatever. And then you can just leave them there. You can see the whole list of what the whole slate of auto ships on that one item are, and then you can skip some, or you can keep them, or you can cancel it right there. So cancel the whole thing, or skip the ones that you think maybe, maybe I want to skip on that one and try the next one or whatever. And you can set that up early, and then you can unskip it. Let's say it's early enough that you can unskip it later if you change your mind. So however you want to work that. Hopefully that's not more confusing, but that's how that works. Excuse me. So let's look at the stamps. Again, it's a little apron, super cute because the die. Well, let me look at this die real quick. It cuts a little slit right here, which is adorable. That's just ingenious, so cute. So you can tuck all your cute little goodies in there. So we have this cute little apron here. I can give you a quick measurement on the apron. Of course, the die is going to be a little bit larger. The stamp edge is about almost 5 inches tall and about 3.5, a little bit bigger than 3.5 wide. Excuse me, almost 3.5 wide here at the apron strings. And so we have like a little cookie. We have the outside or the outline of your oven mitt, and then it has like a little decoration for the oven mitt there if you want to use that. The little candy cane. I get a look at this candy cane. I was wondering if they stripe. It's like a thicker stripe, and this one has like the thick and thin lines. They don't nestle into each other, so it's this candy cane or that candy cane design. We have a spatula, the little rolling pin with the wood grain. How cute is that? We have another type of spatula there. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this is a spatula, what do you call that? And I bake all the time. I guess they're both, I don't know. Either way, so then we have our little measuring spoons. We have the little gingerbread man cookie. That's so cute, so traditional. I love it. Again, you can just stamp that in whatever color, like a light tan, whatever color is that you like, and you're ready to go. We have the dies to cut them out. Look at this, the little icing pouch. You can kind of color it in if you want with a color. That's so cute. We have the little whisk. Love, joy, and plenty of cookies. And then we have happiness is homemade Christmas cookies. Bake yourself a merry little Christmas. All these wishing you a sweet Christmas. And then we have the dies for literally everything. And then our apron. So, and then it comes with the die cutting folder for the marquee. But again, if you don't have a marquee, but you have any machine that cuts thin metal dies, you can put these in that machine. And then here are just some examples of, again, stamp it, cut it, and there you go. honestly, because the way they did this, I mean, you don't have a lot of coloring to do. If you wanted to, like, you can just stamp this on brown paper. You have that wood grain or just the wood grain already. Looks so cute. The candy cane again on white paper, just stamp it and then you already have it going. I love that they have two different candy canes. I think that's really adorable, facing either way. And then again, the layering there of the glove. And then here are just cute little ideas, like to tuck whatever it is that you want to tuck in there. Really cute. And I want to talk about the die really quickly because on this one it has a little stitch, right? And that's not going to cut out. The only thing it cuts is this, and of course the outside edge of the apron. But what I want to mention is that that little stitching will make it very easy if you want to cut that out later. Let's say you just want to, like, you can stamp it and color it, or just stamp it for the lines and then cut this out with like a pattern paper, or just cut this little area out of pattern paper so you have like a white edge or whatever it is, and then you have that cute little insert. I mean, whatever it is you want to do, but that makes it really fun and interactive. So I'm going to grab some paper and some ink and things like that, and we'll get started. Okay, so to start off, I have a few different things here. I have a piece of paper from last year's papers that Die Press came out with, and I'm just curious, should I use this side or this side? I was going to use the... Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, so I'm going to use the checkered side as the background paper, and I'll have it cut to like 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 for a standard A2 size card, which again is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. So I will trim that down. I'm going to do a couple different layerings for the apron. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to stamp this. You don't even have to use a stamp, to be honest. The die has so much texture and detail to it, you can just do that. But I do want the black lines from it, so I'll do is I'll stamp this on this white paper. I'm also going to then just cut out the die from the other side of this paper because I really like the poinsettia pattern that's on here. I think that's cute. So I'll have that. And then I'm going to make a little white pocket, so that'll be something different. So right now I'm just going to run this through and cut my mat. So I just had an idea as I was cutting out the pattern paper for this one. I was like, oh, I should have taped it down so I can do an aperture, because we'll see. Once I stamp this, it might be a little more difficult for me to see the strap, so I really want to do that. So maybe I'll still try to piece this together in some way, because I just used like the scrappiest, smallest piece of paper, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. But look what I'm saying. You can just cut it, and you don't even have to stamp it if you don't want. And then it has that little opening in the tummy there, and then look at this. I mean, it's just so cute. And then you just pop it on there and still fill it in with whatever it is that you want. But I'm going to put these things to the side for right now. We're going to cut into that in just a minute. I think, okay, so I'm going to do my stamping, and I think I'm also going to use some embossing powder just to finish it off, because I'm going to use some VersaFine ink, and that stuff stays wet for a really long time, and hopefully that leaves me enough on this scrap of paper, enough edge. I think it will for the die. Oh yeah, the die cuts like right on, which is awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down, pick this guy up. Of course, it's just thin lines, and then I think I'm also going to stamp my sentiment while we're here, because that way it's already on the pouch, because I think I'm going to just use the white and that pattern, and I think it'll just work out really nice. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. So I'm going to put some of this on here just because I am going to use some embossing powder in a minute. And that's just an anti-static pad. We got our ink. And this ink takes a while to dry. That's why you can definitely use embossing powder, or maybe you want to, because it can smear even minutes later. So I'm just going to put this down. Again, an acrylic stamp set, so firm, even pressure. Oh, look at that. So crisp. So pretty. And then our sentiment. Now, I was going to do the sentiment in black too. Yeah, I'll just do it in black. But, you know, if you want to bring some red back from, like, whatever else, you can stamp it. That's okay. I'll go ahead and stamp it in black. I was like, maybe I should do it in a red color or something else. But let's go with this guy. And I'll use the same ink. And then we will... Excuse me. And then we will heat set it. Sometimes I get tongue-tied, and sometimes I just, like, my voice just goes away. So that's reasons why I pause and do it again. There we go. Again, nice, even pressure. Look at that. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to bring this over with some clear embossing powder. And I need something to... Oh, you know what? I'll need this paper later too. It's a nice color for cookies. right? I just need a scrap of paper, something so I can pour this on here. I usually use a coffee filter. I misplaced my coffee filter and I'm not willing to waste another coffee filter until I find the one that I usually use. So right now we're just using this, and I think that's good. Okay. Generally I put this away before I heat set because you don't want this stuff blowing around. Just pour it back into your little pot there, but I'm going to go ahead and heat set it, and all this is a heat tool, and as soon as it heats up, just move away from that area, and you'll see right now it looks dull, and as soon as it looks shiny, just move away to the next spot, okay, from where you were working. So I'll be back. Just, you see, I think this last bit is still a little bit dull, so all you do is you hit it until it turns shiny, and then move away. I think that's everything. So pretty. Okay. So let me pour this in here, and what happens is if you keep heating an area that's already been heated up, it kind of makes the powder into like liquid more than it should, right? And then it just like melts into your paper. I don't know, like disappears. So weird. So you definitely don't want to overheat any one area. Okay, guys. So, you know, sometimes it's one of those days. I shot this piece of the video twice because I wanted to show you how to make an aperture to cut out your apron. So if you've seen any of my videos, you guys know what apertures are. Basically, I take a scrap of paper, and this I just took a pretty piece because what happened is whenever I cut this out, I cut out from this pattern paper. But you know, it kind of fell apart because I wasn't planning on using it as an aperture, but I thought, oh yeah, that'd be a good idea next time, you know, if you're doing pattern paper first and then you want to cut out your stamp image, just make sure you have enough because this is too gangly to work with. So I just made myself another one, which all it was is I took a piece of paper, and I took a really pretty piece of paper, and just taped this down, and with a hinge, right, you only use one piece like this. I ran it through, and I got this pretty thing, and I showed you guys how pretty that is, just like this. I mean, so pretty. And since it was hinged there, all I did was I brought it over to my little image that we had just heat set, which, let's pretend this was in here. And all I did was, of course, just lift this up, just like I do with any aperture that I make, and I eyeballed where it would cut. And then I pushed this down, taped it down well, and ran it through. And for whatever reason, I didn't press record. I guess it was already recording, and I pressed to stop recording, and it was from in between when I, you know, put the embossing powder away and when I did this. So I have a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. Anyway, filmed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's all. And there it is. I mean, and I was like, look how cute, you guys. This is so cute. Okay, well, in the meantime, I had said, oh, I'm going to go ahead and clean up and then we'll move on. And that's when I realized when I pressed that button to pause, it started recording. Meaning I was not recording what I wanted to record. So, what we're going to do here. Now I can stamp this again. I didn't have to do this all in one, you know, pretty thing like this, because all I'm going to do is remove this pocket. Now, okay, so this part is up to you. You don't have to do anything like this. I mean, look how cute this is, just like that, and just color it, and it's just adorable, right? We have this guy, of course, my pattern. I mean, look at this guy, looks so cute. I didn't even stamp this, right? I just cut it out. So again, with the lines, without the lines, looks great. On this one, now, there's a few things you can do. Do you want the black lines? I probably do because it has the black line at the top, right? Where this is already cut. Do you want the little scallop circle edge? You can cut around each one of those things. I'm going to make it easy, and I'm still using this one because all I'm going to do is pop this on top anyway. I'm going to cut away this area and then pop it on top. So let's just do that with this one since we're here. Again, I told you guys it has that stitching that makes it very easy, so I'm just going to follow the little stitch lines and just cut away this outside part. Now if you want to do that all at once, you know, so you can use it for something else or use this outline piece for a trim, I don't know, go for it, but I'm just cutting it up, whatever's easy. So I'm just going to go around, and it doesn't have like soft edges there, so I can just trim that off, no big deal. Again, I'm just following this along that little stitch mark. Kind of like fussy cutting, but not really because the line's already there for you, so it makes it a little bit easier. You're just kind of like falling into the little click, click, click. But again, with any fussy cutting, I always like to apply pressure with your dominant hand and turn the paper with your non-dominant hand, right? So this one's turning while the other one's just pressing down. And then here. Again, I'm just following, you can hear it kind of like click, click. Okay, so that's gonna go right into here, basically, right? And then that pocket, I'm just gonna cut it from here because it's gonna be covered up anyway. So I'm gonna take this, but I'm gonna cut it gently, hopefully. And what I can do, actually, you can cut a little further out. And to make it easy, you can cut this whole thing out, actually. Let's just make it easy for ourselves. Let's just remove this whole thing. And I'm removing it with the scallop in case you were interested in keeping the scallop on your project. Just cut the whole thing out, right? And now you can go around and do your little scalloping if you want. I'm just going to go right outside of the black line so that that black line is still there. Okay? So again, I'm just going to go around the whole thing, preserving that black embossed line. Okay, and I'll be right back. Alright, so there's that. So let's just glue this together to have it ready to go. And then we're going to make our little pieces that want to go inside there. Again, I'm putting glue. Now, let's talk about this. I'm not going to glue inside this pocket because I will probably adhere this right on there, and so I still need that pocket to be open. So we can put glue right above that, but I wouldn't put any glue in here, just to leave that open. Oh, also we have that big opening anyway, so might as well not put glue there. So there we have that. You can see on the back a little bit of glue. I'm going to get rid of that right now because I don't want it to stick down to anything quite yet. And that was definitely a scrap of paper, as you can see. I just have it there. Sorry about that. A little early, and it is trash pickup day, so you can hear the truck out there. So I'm just going to pop this on here. You know, just our little sentiment. And you can pop this up, but I think there's going to be plenty of... actually, I'll probably pop this up off of the card, so... I'm just popping that right in that same spot where that slit is. Just keeping it pretty even there. And while I'm here, I'll go ahead and glue this down too. So, oh, that paper's so pretty, I know. Definitely matte and layer, do whatever you like, of course. Deck it out. Isn't that what Christmas is about? Christmas cards. I love it. So we'll have this popped up, and then that'll be our little card here. This is so cute. Okay, let's put that to the side. I grabbed a few inks and some paper here, and I'm just gonna go for it, but if I need to put them on precision press, I'll do that. But I feel like these little images are kind of small, so they'd be easier to stamp. Let me put this to the side. And let me bring my stool up. Okay, small stamping block. So, you know, what kinds of things you want to put in there? Definitely a little mix. So I'm going to do red on this one. Let's see how that works. And where's my other stamp set? Down here. So with this one, I mean, we can just do a red. We don't have to do the texture or whatever it is. I'm going to do red lines with this and the inside part. So I'm eyeballing this. Again, if you feel like you need to use a stamping tool, go for it. So there's red on red right there. Put this little guy back. And I'm also going to bring back this guy. Not bring back, but bring out. And this might be foolish of me, but I'm going to try and just eyeball that. And I have to get this closer to me, guys. I'm sorry, it'll be out of frame, but just know I'm just trying to line up the little pattern with what's going on down there. And you know, it's a clear stamp, so you can see right through there. Pretty good. And again, if you want to use a press, then do that. So funny, I had to take my glasses off so I can do it, but there you go. Alright, so let's keep that like that. We have the candy canes. I brought out some brown, like this darker brown color. So it's already colored for me, right? I'm not going to spend time coloring that guy, but you definitely can. So I have walnut stain here, just a dark brown color to ink up. Stamp that guy. So cute. Okay, and then like this cookie. Actually, should we do a gingerbread man too? Maybe while we're here. Let's get the gingerbread man going. See how that goes for us. Let's get this little guy. Same thing on the darker color. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Look at that. Again, I use walnut stain, so that's a really dark color. And then maybe for this lighter cookie, I don't even know if I'm going to use all these things, but like this lighter cookie. I'll use a lighter tan color. And let's see how brush corduroy does. Aw, that's sweet. Okay. 2 cookies. Let's get one more cookie going. I don't know if I'm gonna use all of them, but it's better just to have them ready. Those look like sugar cookies. And then you can top this with like glaze or anything else to make them shiny or whatever you think is cute. Ooh, a little texture that looks like sugar. That'd be really sweet. Okay, so we have those pieces. Trying to think. You know, I feel like my pocket's gonna be pretty full, so let's just leave it at this, and then we'll see. So I'm just gonna take the dies that coordinate with these guys, and if I can see right through them, I will just cut them right out. And if it's something that I need to make an aperture for, I will do that. But let's see. So like gingerbread man, you know, I can see do that pretty well. Like that looks pretty good, right? So I'll just do that and tape him down. Rolling pin. That one's a little trickier, but I think that looks pretty good right there, doesn't it? And again, if you want to do your aperture, all you do is roll your die through a scrap of paper and then just make sure it's like hinged, so you can just unhinge it and put that down. Oh, no, not like that. Let's go right there. Okay, so I'll do the same thing with all my pieces and I'll be right back. So of course we have cookies already made, and you can put them in your pocket. You can put them like out, you know, as decoration, whatever, but we have a few little cookies here. And then our little rolling pin. Oh, you know what I want to do with this? I was thinking about coloring. Now, if I had remembered this earlier, I would have colored it before I popped them out, but here we are. Before I cut it out, just to bring more red in, just to color the little pin here. And I probably should have used an aperture on that one, but that's okay. The aperture trick. Okay, so let's bring this guy back over, and you know, obviously I have to color everything. Let's see what we can start putting in here. So cute. Put the larger items in there first, and then we have our little cookies. Oh my gosh. That is so adorable. Let me put this one out here. How about that? Okay, I like the way that looks. So what I'm going to do is just dab a little glue in behind whatever I did here, and that will be that. So I'm just going to put glue just behind each little piece wherever I think it looks the best. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just strategically put some dimensionals on the back of this, and I just pop that on there. I mean, this is, you guys, I mean, so cute. And you know, again, as easy as stamping it and don't stamp it, you know, whatever you want to do. I do like having a little up, and then I'll probably just like glue these little straps down, and then this one down here, and then my final little cookie that I had made, I'm just going to pop it over here. Why not? And then you can even stick that down too if you want, but I'm just going to leave it up like that. Maybe finish it off with a couple little pearls here and there, half pearls, and that's it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have some images coming up. I'll have the Autoship there linked in the description box, and I will see you guys at the next one. I mean, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Alright guys, bye now.